Hi friends, today we are going to discuss the topic from basic electrical and instrumentation engineering. That we are going to discuss about the measurement and instrumentation. What is meant by measurement? Measurement is nothing but operation of determining the values of quantity. What is meant system? System is a group of elements are connected in a sequence to perform a specific function. Measurement means to monitor a process or a operation and using an instrument express the parameter, quantity or a variable in terms of meaningful numbers. There are three basic parameters we have to maintain, that is environment, measurement object, whether it may be a physical or it may be a electrical, whatever it may, then a measurement system. So depends upon that we have some physical errors due to the observer. With, in observer means in sense human being, that is we are going to measure the components. So there are the basic components in a measurement system. Basic components are shown in the diagram. The primary sensing element, whether it may be a sensor or a transducer, which converts physical energy into an electrical signal. Then electrical signals converts into an variable by variable conversion, and it is manipulated in a data here, that is it is manipulated in a data. Then the data may be stored or will be a presentation to an observer. It is also important to mention a power supply is an important element for the entire system. Instrumentation or a measurement has a characteristics which shows the performance of an instrument to be used. Instrumentation characteristics is divided into two categories, that is static characteristics and dynamic characteristics. Static characteristics refers to the comparison between steady output and ideal output when the input is constant. Dynamic characteristics refer to the comparison between instrument output and ideal output when the input changes. In the static characteristics, there are 10 different parameters. We will discuss one by one. First one is accuracy. Accuracy is the ability of an instrument to show the exact reading, always related to the extent of the wrong reading non accuracy, normally shown in percentage of error, which of full scale reading percentage. Next one is precision. In precision, an equipment which is precise is not necessarily accurate, defined as the capability of an instrument to show the same reading when used each time. Reproducibility of the instrument. We can see clearly in the diagram. In the first diagram, there is a center circle. In that center circle, there is the values that is represented as x. So when the values represent in the center, the system will be high accuracy and high precision. In the second diagram, the x is represented at the outer of the center circle. So in this case, it is low accuracy and high precision. In the next diagram, the x is considered at the outer of the circle, so it is low accuracy and high precision. In this, there is the x in the both center and the next of the circle, so it is high precision but low accuracy. There is a systematic error. Next one is tolerance, closely related to accuracy of an equipment, where the accuracy of an equipment is sometimes referred to in the form of tolerance limit, defined as the maximum error expected in a instrument, explains the maximum deviation of an output component at a certain value. Next one we will see about the range and span. A range is defined as the range of reading between minimum value and the maximum value for the measurement of an instrument. The range expressed by stating the lower values and upper values. The range of that instrument is minus 100 degrees Celsius to plus 100 degrees Celsius. That is the range in between minus 100 degrees Celsius to 100 degrees Celsius. When you are talking about the span of an instrument is the algebraic difference between lower and upper cases, which has the reading range of minus 100 degrees Celsius to plus 100 degrees Celsius. So span is 200 degrees Celsius. Next one, we will discuss about the bias. Bias is a constant error which occurs during the measurement of an instrument. This error is usually rectified through calibration. For example, a weighing scale always gives a bias reading. This equipment always gives a reading of 1 kg even without any load applied. Therefore, if A with a weight of 70 kg weighs himself, the, the given reading would be 71 kg. This would indicate that there is a constant bias of 1 kg to be corrected. Next one is linearity. Maximum deviation from linear relation between input and output. The output of an instrument has to be linearly proportionate to the measured quantity, normally shown in the form of full scale percentage, that is percentage Fs. The graph shows the output reading of an instrument when a few input reading are entered. Linearity is equal to maximum deviation from the reading of x and the straight line. In the linearity, when there is a value changed at the measured quantity, there will be a changes in output reading. So the values will be linear, that is the ratio of the graph is linear. Next one is sensitivity. It is defined as the ratio of change in output towards the change in input at a steady state condition. Sensitivity is denoted as K, that is equal to delta theta 0 by delta theta 1. So delta theta 0 is change in output, delta theta 1 is the change in input. For an example, the resistant value of a platinum resistance thermometer changes when the temperature increases. Therefore, the unit of sensitivity for this equipment is ohm per degree Celsius. When you are talking about the sensitivity, there is the variation of the physical variables to signals output, that is represented as S. The higher value is Z1, that is the most sensitivity when you are comparing to the Z2 and Z3. Next one is dead space or dead band. Dead space means there will be errors in both negative and positive. When there is a changes in positive, same reaction will be applied to the negative side also. So when we define the dead space, the range of input reading when there is no change in output, that is unresponsive system. Next one is resolution or discrimination. The smallest change in input reading that can be traced accurately, given in the form, that is percentage of full scale, percentage of SS, available in digital instrumentation. So next we will study about the threshold. When the reading of an input is increased from 0, the input reading will reach a certain value before changes occurs in the output. The minimum limit of the input reading is threshold. Next one is dynamic characteristics. Dynamic characteristics
Defines the behavior system of instrument system when the input signal is changed. Depends on a few standard input signals such as step input, a ramp input, and sine wave input. We can discuss deeply about the step signal, ramp signal, and sine wave. In step signal, there will be a sudden change in input signal from steady state. The output signal for this kind of input is known as transient response, where the transient response means when there is a changes in time, that is, it will consider zeros and so on when we are talking about the step signal. Next one is ramp signal. The ramp signal changes linearly. The output signal for ramp input is a ramp response. If there is any change in input, depends upon the time, it will be linear. Next one is sine wave input. The signal is harmonic. The output signal I is the frequency response, that is, and there is a changes in time and input. The graph will be a sinusoidal wave.
Next, we will see the example of dynamic characteristics. In that, we will take a second order instrument. The graph represents the damping ratio. The damping ratio, the time travel from 10% to 90%, that is time taken for the output to rise from 10% to 90% of the steady state value. It is known as rise time, that we will represent here as TR. And the time taken to reach a steady state value, that is the time taken to reach the steady state value in between 90% to 100%, that is that in another word we will say it as settling time, that is TS. These are the both dynamic characteristics and static characteristics in the measurement and instrumentation. If you have any doubts, please post at the comment section below. Thank you.